think we're good to go. All right. Awesome. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my chaotic workbench. I haven't done one of these live streams in a minute. Let's go and take this out of the way. I've been doing a lot. As you can see, my workbench is very, very cluttered. I've just been working on cleaning and yeah, I've been wanting to work on some stuff for a minute. Uh, the dude, really cool dude, Slow Coach Studios. I popped into one of his live streams earlier, and pretty solid dude. I mean, he helped me get inspiration for my short film, mainly with the class of engine. I've shown off Aussie before, and yeah, I mean, pretty solid dude. I thanked him multiple times for helping me with my film, and well, he didn't help me with my film. He just helped me with Ozzy's basis, which in turn is helping me with my film. Anyway, yeah, I've been really busy. But it's currently shit. What time is it? Almost 1 o'clock. Yeah, about 5 minutes until it hits 1, and I decided, fuck it, we'll stream. I do want to clean off this before anything else. But I guess we can go over like my whole thing up here. Uh, yeah, just ignore the like shit on top, except for like the vinyls and whatnot. I was working on stuff. Uh, I don't where'd I put it? I don't remember. But I was working on painting my microphone. Uh, Mainly because I want to do some like mock music videos for my other music channel if I ever get around to doing that again. And yeah, just fuck it, we ball, right? But as you can see on the oh shit, on the top here we have my baby. This is my Doodlebug. If you know anything about that, my massive CD collection. I have 58 CDs I counted. And I'm not stopping collecting because there's a lot of good bands and a lot of really, really good albums for me to collect. Like we have, I know it's gonna be backwards for you guys, but this is Breaking Benjamin's second album. Very good stuff. My taste ranges from Breaking Benjamin, like pretty well known band, to let's see, to stuff like Phil Collins, frontman for Genesis for God knows how long, and his own solo stuff. That was his debut. To pretty like not really known stuff like get this out. This is gonna I'm just gonna go ahead and take this out. To stuff like this, I showed this off in my last unboxing video. This is Nocturne by Derveg in our Freiheit. I think I've gotten better pronouncing that. I believe they're a German band. They're a German black metal band. But I've got everything pretty much sorted out here, either chronologically or by genres. Like, this is mainly my rock shelf. After this album, the honorary title, Anything Else But the Truth. Solid release. I believe they only had 2 albums, but yeah, but after this album, it just goes into my metal stuff. Starts off with Korn in their debut. Then one of my more recent acquisitions is my favorite Korn album, Untouchables. Then you got my only Slipknot album. I do plan on getting the rest of them because Slipknot are one of my biggest bands of all time. Uh, then you have stuff, the ranges, like this is my metal section. Let's see, what's a good example of a really cool album? I guess we'll show off this album. Why not? This album, one of those two albums might fall, but we'll just have to see. This is Shroud of Despondency with Dark Mediations in Monastic Seclusion. This is this band's debut album. It is a black metal album, and it's beautiful. It's like an absolutely thrilling album. I think it's really good. Uh, the band is very, very talented, and yeah, every song on here is amazing. The first song, Looking Out and Seeing One Last Ray of Light's really good. Sibyl's really good. Homo Homini Lupus is really good. And the last track, To Glisten in All the Colors of Distress, is a beautiful song. And yeah, just everything about this album is really good. I want to try and find the rest of their discography, because after I heard this, I became enthralled with the band. I really, really enjoy them. And so that's another black metal release. My black metal selection is very minimal right now. I believe I only have, let's see, one, two, three. I only have about five. Well, technically four main black metal ones. My Stortron right here. It's sort of like blackened technical death metal. So something like that, and then this just goes into my melodic death before going into my death metal, then my like slam and shit. Really, really good stuff. And then I've been getting big into the mighty Iron Maiden lately. One of the heavy metal legends, very, very good. Managed to pick up their debut, Killers, which is their second album, The Book of Souls, and Senjutsu recently. And I want to get the rest of their discography, but they have 17 albums. 17 albums! And I have 4 of them, so I'm just going to pick up 13 more. And then I have, of course, I'm also a big prog guy, like progressive rock, progressive metal. I have a couple albums by Dream Theater, which I also picked up with these 3 Iron Maiden albums. I got Awake, and then Octavarium, which I still need to listen to. And then you got, My Haken, and then Dillinger Escape Plan. And I believe this is Vipassy and Apotheus with Ergo Atlas. And then I'm going to do a whole like collection sort of review soon when I acquire more albums. Because I'm really proud of this collection so far. After the 36 Crazy Fists album right here, it sort of goes into my oddballs. It ranges from the Gnostic album to the Vus Atris album, which I actually found out was doom metal, the first track. I haven't really listened to much of it, but yeah, it was. I was expecting something really, really fast and heavy. It's still heavy, but it's very doomy and atmospheric. At least the first track was. I'll have to keep going back and listening to it. But my two, like, I'll spoil the After the Spin, because that won't be coming until very late. This is probably my favorite album from the whole grab bag. This was Imperial Helmina's Radiation. Very, very pretty album. They've been kicking it for a minute. Very, very good stuff. Literally every song on here is incredible. Great Falls Beyond Death, which is the opening track. Then you have songs like Torn, which you first get blast beats. This is actually a post-metal, post-rock kind of band. By Ravens and Flies, Murderers, Race With You. Every song on here is incredible. And then the runner-up for it, if I can get it out. Let me just take away the bin album. We have Don't Fall, Please. Okay. We have Hyborians Volume 2, which I've been jamming quite a bit. This album, I'm going to have a bit of a rocky history with because I was listening to the albums at work and I brought the CDs with me because I wanted to read the lyrics. I know that the lyrics are on YouTube Music, but since I'm collecting CDs now, I wanted to, take out the booklet and read. But when I was taking the booklet out for this one, I dropped it and managed to, I don't know if you can see it, break off the you can see the crack here. Break off like this little section where it was holding it together. So earlier I decided to fix it by gluing it together with super glue and, boom, it's fixed for now until I get a new case because, this part is cracked, this part's cracked. Other than that, it's fine. Every song on here is good. Driven by Hunger, uh, The Entity, Expanse, and the last song, The Hall of the Travelers, is amazing. Just every song on here is incredible. And then, of course, you have my two crown jewels. Only one of them I can show, and that is my Guttural Slug album. Let me just move this Fray album up top. Please fall. Thank you. I show this one off. This is probably one of my most treasured items that I own. It is a very important album for me. This is really the band who got me into slam besides Cranial Osteotomy over here. And Kill Everything, which is right next to it. These three albums are my slam babies. That really sounds weird, but my favorite three slam albums. I just treasure them so much. And this album in particular is funny because the music's great, but there is a certain especially with the back of the album and the booklet. It's not a booklet, it's not a booklet, it's just the back of the album again showing the track list. I think it's kind of funny because there is a certain shark statue in the at the bottom of Lake Neuchatel in Sweden that I'm like deathly afraid of. It's the reason why I have submechanophobia towards that. I mean, I don't have like major submechanophobia. It's mainly just towards that, which if you've ever seen pictures or vids of it, a lot of the time it'll show divers swimming in very, very murky green water and encountering this shark statue, which is very terrifying for me. And for some reason, I'm very drawn to this album cover, which has a guy swimming towards, or not really swimming towards, but he's in murky green water with a shark coming after him. And it looks like a kind of great white looking shark, like a zombified version. But yeah, I don't know why I'm just drawn to this album cover, and then especially with like the back here, just like a close up of it, it really reminds me of it. The Lake Neuchatel shark statue, very crudely built, just very, very not fun. If I ever go to Sweden, which I kind of do, I really don't want to visit Lake Neuchatel because I know what's down there. And I've even heard rumors that there's more than one shark statue down there. And I'm good. I am good. I'm not terrified at all. No, I will Scooby Doo and Shaggy run my way out of that water. I mean, you're not even gonna drag me down to Sweden anyway, so then let's see what other albums. I will say that there are albums in this collection that I'm planning on getting rid of, hopefully to exchange for something else or just maybe get money for. And mainly these three. Got these three right here. If you saw my 3 days grace ranking, I have Transit of Venus and Human ranked pretty low. I'm gonna get rid of those. I have this sealed, never been open Greta Van Fleet album. This was their album that came out last year, Stargazer. Never opened, like I said. I just never got into the album when I was listening to it on YouTube Music. The Gnostic album, I was thinking of getting rid of, but I want to give it another chance. Because I never went back to it after the first listen, but I want to give it another chance. Let's see, what other album do I plan on getting rid of? I think that's God. Was that it? No, there's more. I swear. Huh. I feel like there was another few I was getting rid of. Oh, right, yeah, right here. These two, Diesel and Dust by Midnight Oil, and then The Days of the New, self-titled. It's their first album. I'm planning on getting rid of like these two Tragically Hip. The two albums right here by the Tragically Hip. I'm getting rid of, like I mentioned, and then I'm also gonna get rid of this Marilyn Manson. I love Marilyn Manson. I love his music, but my only problem is it has a very bad memory attached to it. The guy who gave it to me, I used to work for, and he screwed me and some other people over, and left me with this album and another Marilyn Manson album. I don't remember where it is, but I think I lost it. But honestly, it's for the best because although it's a good album, that also has a bad memory attached to it because he was the one who gave it to me. And yeah, that's pretty much all of them that I'm getting rid of. Everything else, though, I am a very big fan of. Like, my Hawken, uh, my Hate Eternal. Still need to finish that album. Hate Division's really good. This is one of the ones I unboxed in the Brutal unboxing video. I love everything about this album except the ride cymbal. I do not like the sound of the ride cymbal. Um, Foscore, I listened to that at work a few days ago. It's really, really good. Very sad. It's a very gloomy album. Uh, once again, Solemn Skies, Despite the Rise of the Sun's incredible. Just like 95% of my collection is incredible, front to back. And even the new Judas Priest album. Let me just take this out real quick. Even the new Judas Priest. Please don't fall. Okay. Even the new Judas Priest album. It's incredible. This is the Target exclusive, which I mentioned in my last video. Everything about this album is just incredible. Should probably restart that again. Here's this. Just everything about this album, Of course, you got Rob Halford on vocals, Glenn Tipton and Richie Faulkner on guitars, Ian Hill on the bass guitar, and Scott Travis on drums. And then, you got, the booklet here, which gives off the lyrics. Got the incredible symbol, and then the snake here. And then you have the disc, which it's a very, very nice looking disc. I still need to spin it, which I was going to, but then I found out my CD player's batteries died, and I don't have any more AA's on me, so unfortunate. But it's a very good album. And the Senjutsu album, let me just again take the Gnostic out. Please don't fall. Please don't fall. Okay. Senjutsu is winding up to be one of my favorite Iron Maiden albums. This is the first the actual. I mean, I did listen to their fifth album, Power Slave, a few times a while back, but I just was curious and whatnot. But I really dove into their discography, and I started by buying their most recent album, Senjutsu. Love the Japanese, uh, you know, surrounding it. Love the Japanese imagery. Like you have sort of like masks or like you have Eddie in shogun gear, like samurai gear, and it's looks even cooler on the back. I'm a big fan of Japanese like imagery. That's the word I was looking for, imagery. And then you take this disc out, and then you have Eddie again. And the reason it's two discs is because it's a very long album. I believe it's like between 70 and 80 minutes long. It's still a very, very good album. And then in the booklet, you have that same artwork free to look at. And then I just love the imagery and like the things drawn, and even like the lyrics are like on pages where it looks very old, and I just love the art. It's just very, very nice. Yeah, and this is winding up to be probably in my top 5 Iron Maiden albums. But then again, I still have a lot more to go through. I finished Somewhere in Time yesterday, and I don't have that one, but it's a very, very good one. Book of Souls here is their longest album to date. It's 90 minutes long, which is insane. But yeah, that is essentially my whole music taste. Very, very good stuff. But now let's get back to the table. Sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, this is a disaster. We got model railway shit everywhere. Got paint things everywhere. I'm trying to find like paint bottles to throw away. Here's something I should throw on my hat. It's a game over kind of pin. I should really get some like metal pins to put on my hat. Get like a blank black hat. Just get like a blank black hat. Just get a bunch of pins of bands I'm into and just blow that bitch up, Yeah. I'm really loving how this. I mean, I still got to finish cleaning and shit, but you know, I can always work on that later. Excuse me. But yeah. My wallet's over here for some reason. So speaking of those albums, I actually went to go trade them in on Monday, but I couldn't because my ID expired last year, and I didn't know. So I'm actually going this weekend to get it renewed. Here's the start of a tunnel portal that I wanted to make. I might finish this. I'm not too sure. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. I mean, like look at that. Like it looks kind of neat, but compared to some of the other scratch built shit I've made, definitely lackluster in terms of me finishing it. And you also got some of the trading cards I've made. Yeah, weird time. I don't know if I'm probably not gonna finish this. Like, I really don't know. I've been I don't want to say I'm outgrowing card games right now. Just like the main ones I'm into, like Yu-Gi-Oh! I haven't really gone back to. Haven't really been paying attention to a lot of the new stuff that's been coming out. I think like the last set I bought from was, I think last year maybe, or maybe earlier this year. I don't remember. But yeah, there's some other model railway stuff. Oh wait, isn't there also, yes. I've also been buying, not quite a bit of model railway stuff, but just mainly scenery stuff. I picked up I forgot I actually bought this, but I picked up some lichen and some shrubs last year, not last year, earlier this year, and I bought quite a bit more the other day. I don't remember where it is. That's also gonna have to be moved. I bought a pocket watch for a cosplay I wanted to do. Yeah, I just have to get a lot of this mess cleaned up and sorted out. Got a bunch of labels and shit, some sticky notes, which I'm actually gonna use. So I'm gonna keep those up here. God, all these card sleeves need to go. I bought these card sleeves for my Magic decks and shit, but you know, the sleeves suck. Truth be told, they really suck. Oh, and you know what? While I'm here, while I'm sitting here, I might as well show you the other shelf. This shelf in particular. Let me just move my tripod. So, it's not in the best light, but I have, my, it's sort of like a more media centered kind of thing, other than music. It has like a music thing in there, a few music things in there, but, oh, first off, we have some stickers of Motorhead. That's not Motorhead. This is Motorhead. I got this back in 2021, 22. It was 22 because that's when I got the vinyls. Um, and then a cloak sticker for my first season of Mist unboxing. You have a Model Railway coach, some Funko Pops, and then you have a big Funko Pop in the back of a Linkin Park. I actually found it, I don't want to say it's like a limited edition, but I did find it at a thrift store for I think 30 bucks, 30, 40 bucks, something like that. So I picked it up. Then you have the few books. Obviously, you got the Railway Series collection. I still need to finish reading that. Like early locomotives of the Pennsylvania Railroad, which is my favorite American railroad. Then you have a book of Ohio train crashes and other stuff over there. So a lot of good stuff. And I mainly bought it to learn more about Ohio's railroad history, but I'm also mainly bought it to see if the Doodlebug disaster was in there. And my history with my history with the Doodlebug. They're my favorite American loco, and this is my baby. Like, it, it this is my equivalent to Tug's Scotsman, like American Scotsman model. If anyone touches this and hurts it, I will hurt them. So, yeah, that is she's my baby. And then, yeah, just other model stuff on here. And I also wanted to, mainly, just talking shit. Because, I haven't done a live in a minute, so I figured why not? Not really doing anything at the moment besides cleaning and, talking to myself about, music and other shit. So I figured why not spend my time talking to you guys, Just move some of this. I don't know why there's like just random coaches. What is sticky? Oh, it's a big old thing of putty. Holy shit, I was missing this. Why not buy a whole new thing of putty if I have a bunch of it? I probably wanted the clean putty. That would make sense. Got a random cord here for some reason. I'll just shove all this shit over here for now. Got my failed attempt at a box fan. Like that kind of style. I would set a lot of this stuff like over here. Why not? Oh, this is supposed to be a secret. So let me just move him. you guys aren't supposed to see him for another good minute because I still need to finish him. So random tender. This is Skylar. Oh, here's some like scratch built cars I've made. You know what? We can finish these. I mean, they're not too bad. I mean, we can finish them. They go on like tender sized. Yeah, they're about tender sized. Let me set those over here for now. Tanker. This is actually, I forgot the technical term for this, but it's supposed to house coal. Some spare stuff in my drum set. Here is Miles, his Season 2 model. I decided to mainly just use the Season 1 stuff because it'll be easier for me to, film. All you gotta do is finish the tender. But yeah, cleaning for me usually, like cleaning off a workbench to work on models, is very frustrating because I don't know what to do with the shit. So I'm just gonna shove all this shit over here. Got a pair of pliers over here for some reason. Got my work in progress Ivit tender engine. I don't know. I also have this. I haven't shown him off in a long time, but one of the first scratch built models I ever made. Oh God, how long have I been making scratch built models now? I do not remember, but this is the first one I ever did. It's a Y1. I did make it too big because let's just put it on here. Just put this on here for a second. It's already like too. Well, I mean, it's actually not bad on a shorter four-wheel chassis, but compared to like Ivo Q over here, it's a narrow gauge engine, but you know what I'm saying? They're all the same size. This is kind of a big, thing. Granted, Wikipedia or any other place doesn't list like the height or the the length, so I'm essentially just going in blind when that kind of shit happens. Just a bunch of tape. Yeah. Oh, we got a viewer. I didn't even notice that. How you doing? We can. That is something I want to do. Oh, hey, it's Slow Coach Studios. What's up, man? Wasn't expecting you to show up. Well, glad to have you. I mean, you don't got to stay, but it's nice to, see my dude here. I just got a random piece of balsa wood. This does not really work that well on balsa wood. Maybe if I shake it. Yeah, I can't sleep. I mean, hey, I already told you, I don't sleep at all. Like, I got bags under my eyes the size of fucking Walmart bags, so you're fine. Also, you can hear me fine, right? So I just want to make sure, like, one of the last times I tried to go live, the audio wasn't really working well. So I just want to make sure you can hear me. There you go. That's the red. Nice. Cool. Awesome. Honestly, I can really use this balsa, like this red balsa wood for something. Can it? I wonder, can it bleed through? Because I know it's a very soft wood, so maybe it can bleed through. What I'm trying to do is, I guess, we're gonna make a danger sign. Because I can really use a danger sign for my short film. Because it does center around, of course, it'll center around Ozzy, and you know, that little goober and some other characters. Though, oh, what up, train fan of James 13? How's it going? Haven't talked to you in a minute. Uh, yeah, I'm just gonna color this piece of also red. Fuck it, make it a sign. Uh, I lost my track of thought. Right. The short film. It's good to I think it's good to make this red and shit, but the thing is, it's gonna be a black and white kind of film. So I guess it's kind of good to do it in sort of like the proper colors. But again, it's a black and white film. Uh, and it's going to be kind of reminiscent of the danger sign from what was the episode? Percy takes the plunge and down the mine. Oh God, that's I haven't seen an episode of Thomas in a fucking minute. You know what? I have Roku, so I have like the Roku channel, and it has seasons 1 through 7. Excuse me, seasons 1 through 7, and it also has some of the season 20 through season, I believe, 22 or 23. But it has some of the early Bubba stuff. I don't watch that. I've never been a big fan of CGI, the CGI era anyway. Um, but I might rewatch some of the old classic episodes tonight, or I showed it off earlier. I have the entire Wilbert Audrey collection of books. But, you know, it's, you know, purely a decision thing. You know, if these paint pens, you know, if they had like what regular markers had, to, you know, put the fucking thing on, you know, that'd be great. But, you know, you gotta work with what you got. So just sort of got that too. Individual books, got it. I've been wanting to get some of the individual books because I think they're relatively cheap on eBay. But you know, I wasn't really interested. I'm gonna be real. I wasn't interested in the Railway series, like getting or reading it that much. But my friends suckered me in. I don't want to say they suckered me into it, but you know, one of them asked me to look up a Railway series collection book, and the one I got was only like $3 or $4, plus like a few cents shipping. Like, um, you can't pass that up. And plus, you know, after reading some of the stories, very, very good stuff. Yeah, they're nice and easy to keep them good. Yeah, for real. Like, granted, when I skimmed through the pages, there were a few pages missing. I think mainly in the either in the bold no, it was in the Donald and Douglas part of the book where they're introduced. But I mean, it doesn't hurt since I know those episodes pretty well. And you know, it's unfortunate, but we know with the used copy, you know, what are you gonna do? Okay, I think this should be good. Not too sure. Let's see. Okay, just wanted to make sure it's not like stupidly running out. I think this should be good, honestly. I mean, not the craziest thing in the world. And I guess this could also, well, I mean, this could also like act as a. Maybe I could do it two-sided. I could do it two-sided, as in, hmm, you know, hmm. I've been live for 40 minutes already. Holy shit. Uh, I could do this as both a danger sign and maybe like on the other side, sort of like a, what would the term be? Like a nameplate for the place that I'm, sort of like the labels on the stations like Maithwaite, Knapford, kind of like that. And I will say, Ozzy, my Garrett is based off of, fuck, what's the number? 6841, the Bedesley Colliery engine. 6841. If you know Wild Nor'Wester, that'll be Rowan for you. Um, yeah, his the story of 6841 revolves around the Bedesley Colliery. I am changing the story just a tad, mainly with the location and the characters, because originally I was gonna have one of the Bayer Garrett. Is that his amount of this? Percy's plunge, yeah. Um, but what I'm gonna do is essentially I'm changing the colliery to be a quarry, mainly due to, I don't want to say budgetary reasons, but it's a lot of the stuff I have on hand is a lot of like rocks and, a lot of quarry setting stuff. So I think it'll be best to have it as a quarry. Uh, and yeah, just mainly for that. And yeah, I mean, that's mainly it. But I have about 4 minutes of the film already done. There's a total of three main characters essentially. If you want to count like the owner of the colliery as four, then I guess we could. I don't know, but the three engines are the main character is obviously Ozzy, but the one of the things I'm keeping about one of the things I'm keeping about the history on 6841 is that the name of the engine is William Francis, which is he's named after the colliery owners. He was originally the owners. The words are hard. The colliery owners at that time, son William Francis, which I'm keeping that part. Uh, and they're and some of the stuff, some of the history is going to be in there. A lot of the history is going to be in there, but it's going to be changed to be a quarry instead. Like I said, because that's a lot of the stuff I have on hand. But which means I have to re-record some of the names or some of the lines rather. But I'm fine with that. I mean, and I just love what I've done so far with it. I plan on having it be maybe around 20 minutes for the film. I think that's maybe like a good place I were to stop for 20 minutes. But then again, I'm seeing where this is all going. I'm only on scene two, about 4 minutes into the film. So yeah, that's essentially where I'm at with it. And if it's only a short film, a lot of short films range from maybe like could be 5 minutes to maybe like 15, but maybe like between 20 to 25 could be the length of it. Because I do have a lot of stuff I want to say through it, and I want to make this as best as I can because this is a tribute to Ozzy, as some people know. And yeah, that's essentially it for it. If you want, I can go ahead and maybe reveal the name of the movie. I mean, I have no problem doing that unless you guys want me to keep it a secret, which, I mean, I'm fine with either. Whatever you guys want. Only thing I'm like keeping secret is like the other characters in it, and obviously like other shit like that. All right. All right. So the name of the short film is going to be called "Doing My Part." It's it almost revolves. I guess I could also give a bit of the plot away. A lot of the character of Ozzy is obviously based around, Ozzy and, who he was as a pet. And a few of the characters represent people who were fond of him, who weren't fond of him. Believe me, there's a character, one of the engines is not very fond of him until the very end. But yeah, I'm not trying to get like all sentimental and, gushy about this, but this is a very important thing for me to make. And, obviously I have Black Valley to work on, but this definitely comes first. And if you want to maybe tie it into Black Valley somehow when it comes out, you can. I have no qualms about that. But it's definitely going to be a very important thing for me to make, for sure. So, yeah. And then if you want to consider it like along the lines, it is a tribute film. So if you want to put it along the lines of what Train Boy did, Lance, and what he did for his brother with 2308. And I still want to show Lance my Dean Goods custom. Actually, I'll be right back. Let me actually go ahead and grab him. Yeah, you get to look at my music shelf for a second while I go grab my Dean Goods. Shit, I'm spending way too much. All right, buddy, where you at? There you are. Okay. Awesome. Let's see. Yeah, so here is my boy Aries. He was inspired by Lance, honestly, because very this character is very sentimental for me. Excuse me. He was originally a I know I already showed him off in a video, but this is just one of my most important customs to date, I think, because I just uh not a Sam face. This is actually Porter's face, though I do see the resemblance. But yeah, If you haven't seen the video, which I honestly hope you have, because I loved that video. Sucks it got marked as made for kids, even though I dropped several F-bombs in that video. Explain that, YouTube. Yeah, they look really similar, except Sam is more of a Giga Chad. Uh, but this is a very important custom for me, based off an Auto C with the same name. Almost entirely scratch built, besides the smoke box, face, and the wheels and whatever. You know, the whole shebang with me. I'm very into scratch building models, as Slow Coach knows. So he's one of my most important ones. I mean, bitch isn't. I say it's more along the lines of a more okay swear word to say, which is weird. But saying fuck a lot, which I tend to do. I drop a lot of F-bombs, um, especially when I'm in my room filming shit. You should know I put a lot of F-bombs in my videos, because that's just who I am. But I put like 3 or 4 in that single video alone, and like I think maybe about 2 of them in that little intro segment I had about introducing Ares before the whole showcase part came on. But yeah, I don't understand it. But hey, what are you gonna do? I mean, it's not like can't do much about it. I'm not gonna try and appeal anything unless yeah, YouTube is weird. YouTube's very strange about certain shit. I guess kids are more accustomed to cussing and swearing, so I guess that's why they marked my Ares video as made for kids. Again, even though I've dropped the fuck bomb so many times in that video. But yeah, this Ares is a very important custom for me. He's one of my favorites, and yeah. I also if anyone's followed me for a while, they would know that I did quite a bit of Trackmaster work, especially with my older videos, which really popped me onto the map as a custom maker. And that was my Alice showcase. And believe me, I've tried that, dude, but it doesn't seem to work. I've heard a few people say that they've done it, but it doesn't really stop them from doing it. Though I did fuck, which one was it? I believe it was my Harper showcase. My Harper showcase. I actually had to re-upload it with a segment in the beginning, saying fuck, shit, fuck, or whatever, because YouTube market is made for kids, which understandable. So I, re-uploaded it. But anyway, people know that I used to do Trackmaster and Tomy stuff before I switched back to my one and true love, which is Wooden Railway. And I think this is one of my best customs to come out of that whole era, and that is this. Yeah, this is my J10. Very proud of this. So you can see the made from a James. Yeah, a whole bunch of coal. Just to make it look realistic. I've honestly thought about, touching him up and possibly selling him, though I'm not too sure. Yeah, never running out of coal. The only thing is he doesn't run, because I had to cover the battery thing and bunch of coal on top, But yeah, I'm pretty proud of this. I might touch on him a bit, fix him up, and actually sell him. But I don't know. Damn, 147. We are really going. Then there is, I have one custom here with me that I don't think any of you have seen before. Well, actually, none of you have seen before, except for my friends in the custom makers group chat on Twitter that I'm in. And I started this nearly a year ago. I'm not done with it, but I'm very close. I consider this my magnum opus, but I don't know if I should show him. Like, I really don't. Because then again, he is a very important a year, yeah. I started him last year. Um, I don't know. I don't know if I should show him. Okay, look, I started working on him before I graduated last year, and I graduated in May. Like, I had a full beard and everything. Um, while I was working on him, I had a shave so I can go to my graduation the next day. So that should really give time, as to how long I've been working on him. Needless to say, this is probably my best custom. Yeah, one more month until he's nearly been a year since I've worked on him. And again, I know I sound like cheesy and all gushy about this, but I'm very happy with how he turned out. I mean, turned out, he still needs work. Because I still got to touch up some lining on the boiler and do the other side's tender lining and shit. But other than that, after all that's done, he's done. Like, he's fully done, and I just can't. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Let me see. Did I do that lining on both sides? I did. Okay, so I don't need to do the lining on well, I do need to touch up the wheels a bit and the tender wheels. But other than that, he's pretty much done. You know what? I think I can go ahead and show him off. Um, if you guys want to see him, I'm perfectly cool. You guys are cool enough. I have no qualms about doing it. Uh, sort of like a sneak peek, kind of thing. I'm just very giddy about him. Okay, I'll go ahead and show him off. Fuck it. Okay, so again, let me preface this. I started working on him nearly a year ago, and I graduated May 17th of last year from high school. So, yes. Okay, okay. A year of work and he's still not done. Okay. This is what I consider my magnum opus. And here, before I do anything, let me try and sort of putty his smoke box to his boiler because I'm tired of the shit moving around. So give me just a second to work on this. You just get to see my leg. You just get to see my leg, Okay, let's see. Leg. Yeah, exactly. I think, yeah, like this should be good for the putty. We'll see. That, yeah, that should be good. Fuck it. Are you guys ready? No, his head fell. God damn it. Fuck it. Whatever. I present to you guys, one of my favorite projects I've ever, well, I mean, I say ever worked on, but Yeah. Let's bring Ivo here. Actually, Duncan's here too. Ivo, Duncan, and I think I have a. Oh shit! I have a dart back here somewhere. Yeah, we'll also bring my Pennsylvania engine out here because I love the Penzies. Come on. I don't know where your buffer beam went. Not your buffer beam, the cow catcher, whatever. All right, so they're over here. I present to you what I consider my magnum opus. And here it is. This is Apollo the P2. This is one of the greatest things I think I've ever worked on. And the amount of work I put into this is the amount of work I put into this is just insane. Just how smooth he looks on the top. Like, you can hardly tell. Like, I don't think you can tell, like, that this used to be a Gordon. Because look how clean that is. Like, even on this side, like, especially this side, look how clean that, like, transition is. Here, actually, let me get this other light on. Look how clean that is. Like, and like I said, he's still not done. I still got to touch the wheels, do the windows on here. And the smoke box is actually a 3D printed part, and which I just sanded down and did other shit to it. I put the actual funnel or whistle on here, put a Caldy face with, funny enough, I was actually cutting the face off of the Caldy, the 2015 Caldy or whatever, and actually managed to give him a scar, which I'm keeping. But yeah, so that's the body. And then here's the tender. This, man, some dust on there, but here's the tender. Again, still not done because I still got this side to do. But I don't think I've put this much work into a tender at all. Because it is literally in the shape of an LNER corridor tender. Then again, the lining isn't like, I still got to touch up some parts like right here and whatnot. But all I did was, this used to be a Spencer tender, obviously, but I even went as far as, I don't know if you can see, but like this little like line right here, I even masked off where the black part of the top of the tender would go. I even added the little water cap here. I just put so much work into this. A lot of sanding, which kind of pissed me off. But once he's done, I'm ready to show him off. And I couldn't be happier with him because he also will be part of a short film that I want to make. And I will say, this might be a bit of a spoiler, but later down the line, he will be a very integral part of Black Valley. That's all I'm going to say. Just going to leave it at that. He will be a very important part of Black Valley later on. But for right now, he's just here. And I still can't believe I did this. I even added the little overhang using balsa wood. And fuck it, I might as well go into the process of how I made him. I'm just going to take this off. So essentially, this is actually the second version of him, believe it or not. Originally, I was going to scratch build a, not really scratch build, but kind of make another boiler. As you can see, the boiler, it isn't perfectly round, but that's because I was using Where'd I put them? I was actually using. I actually used index cards the second time around. The first time around, I tried using like thicker card stock with super glue. It did not work at all. But you can get the idea. This was easier to put around the boiler, easier to glue down, and this little gap right, or this little section right here is also a index card. And let me tell you, these lines irritated the shit out of me. Because I have never done something this complex and I wanted to get it right. And although the lines aren't perfectly even spaced, like this line right here isn't like it's a little off, like by a little bit, which kind of irritates me. I don't really mind it that much anymore because all the work I've put into Apollo here. Honestly, you know what? After the stream, I'm going to finish him. I'm going to try to attempt to finish him. At least work on him a bit. Now, let me see. Did I use gray? Yeah, I did use gray. Did I use... Oh my god, I can't even tell what color I used. Oh my god. Did I use gray? I did use the gray. Okay. Oh my god. Oh, double lining. Ooh, that's rough. Double lining is a very hard thing to do. I've never done it, but I've heard it's a bitch to do. But oh yeah, and I even went as far as on like standard P2s, the outside is yeah, he's got P2s don't have a dome, right? Please tell me they don't have a dome. Please tell me they don't have a dome. Because if I did all that work just to have a P2 have a dome, I'm gonna lose it. I'm starting to have like existential crisis now. Please tell me they have no domes. Somebody, please. They don't have domes? Oh, thank God. Wait, do they do or don't? Oh, thank God. Oh, ooh. I was about to have a fucking crisis. Because if I had a sculpted dome out of this bastard, you know, I'd have to lose it. Excuse me. Yeah, so far you guys are the first, I guess, public knowledge I've given on this topic of, my P2. The actual first mention of it was in my comeback video after my Crook showcase. I mentioned that, Black Valley potentially having voice actors, but one of the things I brought up was working on a secret project. This Apollo was my secret project. Oh God, it's raining outside. Just great. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm just very ecstatic about it. By far one of my favorites. And you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and grab Ozzy too. Granted, I know he's in the middle of a photo shoot right now and a production with another engine, but yeah, I'm gonna go grab him. Okay. And here he is. I love him so much. And once again, I can't not thank Slow Coach for helping me with this. he's definitely a very nice thing, very nice piece to have in my collection. And I will be going in depth on him when the time comes, but for now, I got to touch up some of the black on here, but that's fine. But for now, this is what his boiler looks like, rather. Pretty happy with it. Here, let me turn this light back off to get like a better like intimate look at this. Here is the boiler. And as you can see, I even added the little thing right here, actually using fishing wire, you know, the stuff that a lot of users use to like pull the engines. And yeah, I figured might as well use it. And let me tell you, oh my god, that thing was a bitch to glue down. But it was all worth it. And then I even let me yeah, so obviously this isn't glued in. I'm gonna have to glue it in at some point, but I added cardboard at the front here. Just set that down. And again, other than the smoke box, this was entirely scratch built. You use yarn. Yarn, depending on the scene, depending on the color of it, I wouldn't use it. Unless they make like clear yarn or something. But I guess you have to use whatever you have. Which props on you for using. And then again, you know, got his front with his face. This face was actually made by my friend who does all my CGI faces. You know, I've mentioned it before. And then again, everything scratch built. This front is actually different from the back because this has the not Mavis. It's a custom CGI face. Yeah, toolbox. That's what it is. I just lost my man. I am not good with my thoughts today. Yeah, it has the toolbox, which actually, believe it or not, I didn't actually make from like clay or cardboard or anything. If it's actually balsa wood with masking, or two pieces of balsa wood, like in the bag. It's big balsa, small balsa piece with actually masking tape wrapped around it. And I'm just now realizing that there are a few bits I didn't touch up with the paint, but honestly, I'm fine with it. And then I actually used like these for this to make it go around. And it's, you know, easy to turn on. Perfectly fine with it. But, you know, sorry, buddy, but, you know, sorry to take you out of your filming time. I just needed to show you off to people. And honestly, he's one of my most treasured engines outside of like Ares, Apollo, hell, even my literal baby, my Doodlebug Mantis. And I've mentioned it before, but this is my equivalent to Unlucky Tug's Flying Scotsman. If you hurt this, I hurt you. So yeah. Used a broken brush for Trojan. Hey, whatever you got. You know, can't complain with that. You know, use what you had on hand. But like if I ever need like stuff for what is it, like again, like that, if I ever need like fencing or something, then literally I bought like a whole pack of these skewers really cheap at a grocery store to help with that. And yeah, I make all sorts of weird shit. Like, take this for instance. Oh wait, no, stay closed, please. I bought a like one of those treasure like one of those wooden treasure chests out you like find at like Michael's or Hobby Lobby or some other like craft store, and I painted it up to look like this. Mainly because I was making a what is it, like a Yu-Gi-Oh live action series. I'm not doing that anymore. But when I was doing my track mat, oh actually no, when I was doing Transformers stuff and making custom Transformers shit, this is what I was using. I was using a whole bunch of Testors paints. Like this one, this is doesn't say on here. Flat black. Yeah, I have a whole bunch in here. Like this is just like a minimal amount of them. Yeah, not the Testors paints. Yeah. It was a dark time. Yeah, I'm honestly, glad you guys joined me on the stream. I mean, I'm not going to end it like right now, but because I still got this to do. I was aiming to work on a bunch of shit. Apple Barrel is the best. To each their own is what that's all I'll leave it at. I prefer other brands. Granted, I did use Apple Barrel for a good amount of years when I was doing customs, but I've grown onto other brands. Like folk art, or sorry, plaid folk art and deco art. I think Apple Barrel is the best for when you're on a budget. But since I got a good paying job, and paint is relatively cheap in my area. It's not that hard to acquire. Yeah, also, yeah, acrylic is very easy, quick dry. Which is something I love. Yeah, which is also what I love about like plaid folk art. The paint's thick. Like it's pretty thick for an acrylic paint. Like compared to obviously like Apple Barrel, it's thick for a paint, like acrylic paint especially. But it dries pretty fast. So, don't mind if you want to maybe ask me some questions. I know we were doing that in Slow Coach's stream. All right, yeah, go ahead and head out. If you need sleep, I'm not gonna stop you. Not gonna hold you hostage. So I guess go ahead and go ahead. Have a good night, man. But I'm open to questions, or whatever, because Lining red, yeah. Oof. Newest model I had, double lining was red and yellow. Oh, was it that Thomas model you showed off? I think I saw that. If it was that. 'Cause I think that, yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, I'm, glad to see your custom skills are improving, and which I really appreciate. I know that whole shit. I'm not trying to open that can of worms, but I'm very happy that your skills are improving as a custom maker, and yeah, it looks really good. But man, I don't remember what I was saying. Yeah. I know that wasn't really a fun time for you, so I'm not gonna bring that up. Okay, let's see. Nice, nice. I like that. Old Shape, Henry, and Restored Gordon. I like that. Shit. Probably shouldn't have touched that. Oh well. Still drying. Oh well. I have a sink down here for a reason, I guess. Okay, so I think that's pretty good. Okay. And maybe I can attach like a piece of paper or something. I did have a sign I made. I don't remember where I put it, but I can always make another one. I don't got a problem with that. I got card right here. And again, I have no idea where my fucking scissors are. The Old Shape Henry got 2 contenders and Fowler. Oh, nice. That's awesome. Good on you. Man, this stream has been going on for a fucking hot minute. It's 2 in the morning. Wow. Was not expecting that. Yeah, I mean, I like that for you. Earlier during, yeah, it's 1 a.m. Wow. During the first part of the stream, I was showing off like my music collection and a bit of my second shelf. Because I've also been getting into CDs again. And I started out like I've had CDs, but the ones that I had, well, I mean, I still have them, but I had about maybe like 8 or 9, like between 7 and 9. I don't exactly remember, or maybe a few more than that. But my collection has, cool, like it's grown in size. I have nearly 60 CDs now, like 60 CDs. Yeah, I'm a big music person. Like, my music shelf's like right over here. You have stuff like Breaking Benjamin. I know it's backwards for you, but yeah, that's what I'm working with. We got Breaking Benjamin. Like my taste ranges from Breaking Benjamin to Phil Collins, which I really enjoy. And let me just move this stuff over here. And my taste ranges from, Breaking Benjamin, Phil Collins to stuff like death metal bands like Replacire. This album's pretty good. I still need to finish it though. It came out in 2017. Oh, is that what the whole cover thing's about? Is the back? That would make a lot of sense. Oh shit. Wow. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, I don't know who any of those people are. That's perfectly fine. I'm the type of person to I love metal. I love rock and metal. I love discovering new bands. And especially with my last video, I did a CD grab bag unboxing along with a collection update, but that wasn't really important. it was like a mystery bag of 10 CDs. I stick with Thomas Music. I love Thomas Music personally, but metal and rock is my first love of music. I love everything. Like I even went to I even picked up Korn's debut album, which I really enjoy. Uh, I know people shit on Korn a lot because the whole new metal thing was dead for a while, but Korn only has one bad album, and they have 14 albums, and they're working on their next one right now. I got this in the mail. This is my favorite Korn album. Untouchables came out in 2002. Yeah, really good stuff. And then I have a few albums in here I don't like. Like this album, I didn't really. Well, okay. I don't want to say that I don't like the music. I just can't get into it. I know other people are fans. Like Midnight Oil's Diesel and Night. They're an Australian rock band. It's just not for me. The music's good. I just don't think it's for me. But other really good stuff in here. You have. Let's see if I can grab this without. Actually, yeah. Let's see if I can grab this out without having some CDs fall down. Then you have. I've been getting big into Iron Maiden. This is their second album from 1981. Why does it say 98? Oh, this is the remastered edition? Interesting. That's why it has all the special stuff. I did not know that. But this is Iron Maiden's second album. Came out in 81. The band is pretty old. Yeah, they're one of the heavy metal legends. I own 4 of their albums, and then man, I have a lot of favorite albums in here. I have a bunch of 3 Days Grace too. Got their debut. The front's cracked. I got to get a new case for that. Then I also have their second album. Good stuff. It has like Animal I've Become, Pain, Never Too Late, Get Out Alive, stuff like that. I have 5 of their albums. 2 I plan on getting rid of. Evanescence, The Open Door. I got this sealed for only $8 at a record store, like a used record store. Good stuff. Pain equals me. I kind of felt that. Let's see. And then you have one of my crown jewels of my collection, probably the crown jewel of my collection, and that is this album right here. Now, not a lot of people know about this band, at least. I don't want to say not a lot of people, but they had a decent following. This is Guttural Slug with Megalodon. This is their 2013 EP. Definitely, yeah, the jewel, essentially. I was going on about it earlier when I was going over this, but the album cover reminds me of something I'm actually terrified of from Sweden. It's at the bottom of a lake in Sweden. I'm not going to go too much into that, but this is a very amazing album. I love it so much. And then let me just actually, fuck it. Why did I have to stack these on top of each other? Just move this back in here. Okay. And then let me go ahead and actually get this album cover out because let me just move Diesel and Dust. Grab this album cover, or this album. Which one do you know? Legend? What do you mean, Legend? Because if you're talking about the shark statue, that is very much a real thing. Yeah. It's a very real thing. There's plenty of videos of it. Yeah. And Oh, that legend. As I mean, like, do you mean like LeBron James kind of legend, or like a legend tale? I don't know. But yeah, that is something I'm definitely terrified of. I remember in one of on my old oh, well, it's not a legend. It is a very real thing. And there's even rumors that there's more than one down there, which I'm not too excited about if I ever visit Sweden. But anyway, this is Store Transfinitude. Love the album cover. It's a beautiful like decaying rose and shit. I bought it purely on the album cover, and it's beautiful. The album's incredible, very heavy, and just everything about it is just beautiful. Yeah, I remember when I was one time when I was streaming on my first channel, the Turek Railway, I was talking about it, and I made a tweet saying that there's something I'm afraid of, and went in detail about it. And then somebody commented, or like commented under it with a picture of it. That was not fun for me because from what I recall, I might have jumped out of my seat and nearly panicked. um, did you look it up? Like, I'm not trying to give you nightmares, but that thing is nightmare inducing. If you've ever seen Finding Nemo, to me it looks a lot like Bruce. Yeah, a friend told you about it. Yeah, it's not a very fun thing to look at. Not Bruce. But yeah, it looks a lot like Bruce. Um, think of like if you've ever seen like a memorial statue, think of one for Bruce, but very crudely built, very freaky. I mean, he's already freaky enough, but and it doesn't help that the water this thing resides in, you can't even see through it. Like it's very murky, very green. It's pretty much swamp water. And it yeah, if you're diving down in that lake and you go to the bottom of it, you run into that thing. Oh my God. Like I'm getting chills just talking about it. And literally every time I'm at work, when I'm doing dishes and the water, um, I work in fast food. Anytime the water gets to like any kind of like murky color where I can't see in the bottom of it, I change it. Like that's how terrified I am of that shit. But anyway, um, I got a lot of good albums here from that old tangent about being terrified of a shark statue. But it's weird that one of my favorite albums of all time reminds me of that shit, yet I'm drawn to the album cover. I don't know. I think a really, really good album in here. I don't know what just happened. I don't know why my stream just shut off. I I don't know. Shit. I don't know why my stream just shut off. But we're back. Odd. Oh, my knife's over here. Okay. Yeah, weird. Oh, you know what? I think maybe the Wi-Fi. I think my Wi-Fi must have went out for just a second. I don't know. We're back. But as I was saying, it's weird that I'm drawn to an album cover of a shark. I mean, granted, the album cover isn't of a shark statue. It is of a giant shark in murky green water. Doesn't help that there's a close-up of the fucker on the back. I just love the album. Album cover's great. I don't know why I'm drawn to it if I'm terrified of some shit in Sweden. Yeah, it's weird. But yeah, definitely one of my crown jewels. The other crown jewel I have, I actually can't show. Because the album cover is not family friendly. I got like 2 albums in here with not very family friendly album covers. I mean, one isn't bad, but the other one is. Let me guess. Yeah, YouTube reasons. I mean, I can show part of it. I believe, yeah, this is like about all I can show of it. It is a brutal death metal. Yeah, YouTube guidelines. This is about all I can show of it. It's cranial osteotomy with victim of wicked sickness. Very good shit. I believe 13 tracks. Is it 13 tracks? Why is it not in its place? Oh, because it doesn't stay in it. Right. But yeah, very good stuff. Are they from Russia? They're a Russian band. They're a Russian yeah. Oops, my bad. They're a Russian slam metal band. Very good shit. Very good shit. Almost slipped up. I'm sure it would be fine because, other channels show that kind of shit, but I'm not going to risk it. Yeah, I'm a big music junkie, especially with rock and metal and all that shit. Gotta have a Hershey Kiss. I just pulled a Hershey Kiss out of my inventory, Okay. Awesome. Just cut off a piece of this, but I have to slim it down. Oh shit, that's not good. All right. I think maybe sandpaper would help me with this. But, doesn't help. It doesn't hurt, is rather what I would try to say. All right, cool. So now I can go ahead and actually let me bring you in closer. That way you can actually see what I'm doing. Can you see? So I'm just gonna paint this. Awesome. So there's gonna be the danger sign and well, part danger, but it's also gonna be like the other side where the mine name is gonna be. And I'm just gonna keep it like simple. Just keep it the same name as the Colliery. That way I don't have to make it like a whole new thing. Awesome. Oh, that should be. Let me just take the shit off. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. Maybe I can actually wait. Actually, maybe I could yes, yes. Maybe I can do something like that. I mean, wouldn't hurt. Like just using this like scrap piece and having it propped up like that for like an wow. Haha, I'm thinking of stuff. Well, I mean, then again, I would have to make it like another sign anyway. Don't have a problem with that. So. Cool. Then I will also put it like a piece of paper, like around to sort of, mark danger and shit. Then let me actually grab my X-Acto and sort of mark out another one. There we go. Awesome. And then I can also cut out like a little section. Awesome. All right. Like one little piece I can have like for, yeah, actually that would be good. Okay. Well, actually I'll super glue that later. But for right now, where did I put my piece of paper? Right. Go ahead and sort of measure out a piece. So bam, 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 and we'll go bam, bam, and bam. Okay. Sort of like fastly outline a piece, and we will cut it out. I'm not trying to do this, in a professional manner. I mean, obviously, when you're using an X-Acto knife, you have to have some kind of professional shit. But, yeah. And again, I should have made it just a little bit bigger in that regard. So we'll cut out another piece. See how that looks. Awesome. And honestly, I don't mind if I cut into the table. I've done it so many times. It's fine. It's just a workbench. Not going to bother me a bit. Oh, well, okay. Okay. Awesome. So then I'll glue that onto here. Actually, wait. Do I have... Actually, I'll just use this. Fuck it. We'll make this the danger sign. Danger, we'll just say keep away. You know, nothing too fancy. Just danger, keep away. I mean, well, if we're gonna be real, what do you think this scar is from? Not scissors, but an X-Acto knife. We can also cut off a bit. We can also cut off a bit of this. Actually, let me just... Alright, so now I'll just glue the bitch on. Alright, simple. I mean, again, not too crazy. I'm just making simple props. Then now we'll have some stuff across here. Oh, then again, I probably shouldn't be putting it over the ink. But oh well. Yeah, that'll be fine. Should be fine. Whatever. Next, I'll make... How big do I want this to be? Okay, so again, so I'll do like something like... Sort of roughly sketch it out. And that should be fine. I mean, I know some of the ink wiped off, but it's fine. Actually, let me just worry about that later. Just let that dry for a second. It really can. Simple prop can go a long way. It really can. It adds so much to a background. Either a background or, you know, foreground, doesn't matter. Simple. It's just something to add life to the scene. And it will, yeah, that's the point. And not to mention, I can also weather it too. All right, so now I will glue it. Come on now. Oh, I should probably write the name of the fucking thing on here. Oh, fuck. How's it spelled? Bedes. Yeah. Okay. Bedesley Quarry, not Colliery. All right. Now we'll glue this bitch on here. There we go. This one I could also weather, but I'm not going to put the whole glue shit on it. All right, now let's go ahead and go back to you. We will put this on here like that. No, damn it. Then again, I could have Mod Podged it. Like, Mod Podge it on there, but oh well. Live and learn, you know. And since this balsa is already at an angle, it'll go good with setting this up. The danger sign. There we go. I mean, hey. Why did I switch to wood and railway? Something I knew. I mean, something I knew well. Trackmaster is very pricey, for me at least, and, you know, something I knew very well. It was something I did before. Shit. Okay, there we go. Boom. Also put this down. Awesome. There's the prop. I mean, granted, I still need to do the sides of it. It still looks, you know, decent. Not too crazy, not too, you know, detailed and shit, but I can always, you know, weather it more. This I still need to do and shit, but you know, I can always figure that out. Maybe that could, honestly, idea. I will do this. Idea, boom, boom. Damn, that just... It would probably be wise to put the side with the flatter edge, not on the part where it's getting glued. Actually, let me just do this. That could work, yeah. That should be good. All right. I mean, other than some stuff that needs, you know, propped up, there it is. There's the sign for the Bedesley Quarry. 2 simple props made in no less than 10 minutes. I mean, granted, the painting the shit would have been easier if I had used actual paint, but you know, paint markers, you know, I literally had red paint right here. Oh well, what are you gonna do? What percent is my phone at? 28%. Okay. And it's nearly 3 o'clock. We've been doing this for nearly 2 hours. All right, so I think I'm just going to touch these up, and then I'm going to end the stream. Because I'm actually getting kind of tired. So... Right. Oh, that I need to do desperately. Okay. there. It should be good. Maybe some like black touch-ups here and there, but other than that, looking. There we go. That's all dried up. Perfect. And I can add the black on here. Awesome. Thank you. And again, simple props. Not, other than the painting of the thing with the paint marker, which could have been easily done in like 5 seconds. Other than that, literally not even made in less than 10 minutes. 2 props. Which I think that's pretty cool. And for a short film, these look great. Sorry if I'm chewing in your ear. Kind of hard to avoid that when I have food in my mouth. All right. Coming up on 2 hours now, so I'm going to go ahead and end the stream. Thank you to everyone who joined. Thank you to Slow Coach for joining. Thank you for joining. And I will talk to you later.